All right, family. We black again, black again. This is Truth Hour with General Sarasun Seti. Kick back. Get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. That's right. Ring the alarm, KingSeti.com online marketplace. Official General Sarasun Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts and hoodies for the kings and the queens. African and Kemetic jewelry, necklaces, earrings, finger rings, bracelets, cuffs for the brothers, the kings, West Africa, East Africa. We got you. KingSeti.com. Holistic tonics and remedies. We got that organic immunity booster with the sea moss, the holy black seed oil, living bitter. We got the men's tonic for you. We also got, what else? We got some more tonics. You got to go on the site and check us out. Where health is wealth. And it's that time. It's getting in that season where you must fortify your immune system. We got the home decor for your family, accessories for the living room, dining room, kitchen, the bathroom, every room in the house. We got something for you. Check us out, KingSeti.com. Of course, class is now in session, GeneralSeti.com, Seti University, over 900 video presentations, advanced African academics, too raw for YouTube. Seti with the master teachers, Dr. Ben, Dr. Clark, Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, Dr. Walter Williams, Freemasonry exposed, when Egypt ruled the earth, Nubia, mother of Egypt, India, not from Naga to nigga, Olmecs, voyagers of the Nile, Black woman is God, occult science, debates, all world religions, interviews, highlights from 50 cities, ancient civilization, mythology, black power, politics, and economics. The complete General Seti website. Get your ass in class right now. Join today. General Seti, keep it popping on Patreon, BPC, making noise. We never come. Exclusive live stream. Too hot to handle on YouTube. Just dropped the promotion for the Jesuit medical mafia, showing you the link of all these world leaders with the Jesuits, who is, the leaders that controlling this pandemic of today. You see, we got to see what's going on behind the scenes. Check it out. The Jesuit medical mafia, Patreon, General Seti, ain't nothing but the truth. We just dropped the synagogue of Saturn, the Shabbat of Satan. We coming at them. We coming at them. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels. General Seti, King Seti, Sarasun Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just be respectful. Tell me how you feel. You be disrespectful, I will ban your ass. I don't want to do it, so don't make me. All right. We about to get off into some more of this power. Yeah, we got to get off into the power now. A lot of people gonna run and shit. A lot of people, I see people out there talking about, man, you better be careful, man. Nigga, the Freemasons ain't nothing but janitors. You understand? And cab drivers. You see? Motherfucker acting like, man, get the fuck out of here. The Freemasons ain't nothing. The lower level motherfuckers. Them motherfuckers ain't nothing but janitors and cab drivers. And so we ain't got no fear of nothing. We rolling with the great ones. You see what I'm saying? We rolling with the great, me saying mailman. Oh, shit. You feel me? We ain't scared of nobody. We only thing we scared of is not telling the truth. That's the only goddamn thing. When you know the truth, you speak the truth. Our people's spirit and lives and minds is on the line. You see? And so when you got your people's life on the line and their spirit on the line, you gotta spit it, nigga, without no fear. You understand what I'm saying? When you fear, nigga, that's when you die. You see what I'm saying? But when you feel this for the love of your people and for the love of the righteous mission that we own, you will live forever. You die like a coward, nigga. A coward dies. You understand? They say a soldier, a holy soldier only die one death. Nigga, a coward die 1,000 goddamn deaths. You understand what I'm saying? 1,000 deaths. Let's deal with it today, family. Let's get on these Freemasons, who ain't nothing but speculative Masons. And you might have a couple of operatives in there, but they ain't really doing nothing. Let me get, well, matter of fact, let me line it up. Let me line it up. Let me line it up. Where they at? Let me line it up. Okay. Let me bring it down. Let me bring it down. Okay. Let's work. Let's work. Let's work. Our Freemasons, worshipers of the go. Anytime you see some shit like that, you ain't even really got to ask the question. You see? You know, they're no different. Now, in this instance, I'm going to just tell you. They laugh when talking about jackets to the priest. That's what they is. That's what they is. That's what they is. Nigga, all them niggas gonna do is, as soon as they get off work, go get them a pint of goddamn gin and one of them goddamn barbecue donuts, them barbecue rib donuts. That's all they gonna do. With a whole lot of macaroni and shit, a fifth of goddamn gin, and about a half of goddamn, at least 12 goddamn ribs. You understand? Damn near half a goddamn side of ribs, slab of ribs. You see, that's all they're gonna do. You know. And so, you know, let's get down to it, because they also venerate the goat. They also venerate the goat. But you got to understand, when you looking at the Mason, a lot of people talk about the Mason, but let me tell you something straight up. All of that is from out of the Kabbalah. All of it. When motherfuckers talk about the Freemason, all of that shit is about the Talmud and the Kabbalah. You see, even though a lot of their imagery is from Egypt. You see, the fundamentals of it. You understand what I'm saying? The different degrees and all the rituals and shit. You understand what I'm saying? Is Judaism. You see, even all the, they star, the 6-pointed star that they got there. You see, Judaism. And the Jews bully them and tell them, goddamn it, if you take out all the things that Jewish, goddamn it, you ain't gonna have nothing. You see? And so when you see right there the 6-pointed star, we already dealing with Saturn. You see? See, you got to quit letting, see, they can play that, see, and that's what they intend to do. You make a sound in the east and you strike in the west. You see? You make a sound in the east and you strike in the west. And so again, you're seeing the 6-pointed star supposed to be the Star of David, but it ain't the Star of David. It's the Star of Rothschild. It's the Star of Saturn, because that's the true deity. You see, they also worship Vulcan, because they worship the volcanoes too. And that's why when you see in the Bible, you always seeing Moses up on the mountain and it's fire and smoke, and you see, and he got the horns on his head. You see? And so when you talk about Solomon, a demonologist, that's what he was. And this is, Freemasonry, the Grand Master supposed to be Solomon. You see, well, yeah, well, I believe it was. Was it Hiram? No, the Grand Master was Solomon. You see, he's Solomon. You see, and so, he's a demonologist. He was into Kabbalah, you see, and he was the root of Kabbalah, the conjuring of devils and shit, this, that, and the third. Let's look at that, let's look at that. And so when you look at the 6-pointed star, even when you look at let me see if I got that. I know I do. We can work out. What is that? I believe I got it down here. If I don't, I ain't gonna look long, because I still got enough. I still got enough firepower to deal with all of that. I got enough firepower to deal with all of that, even without it. But I'm gonna look just in case. Okay, I don't see it, so that's all right. And so when we're dealing with the 6-point star, you see, and you come back again, you come back to the hexagon. And what is this? What is the hexagon? What is the purpose of the hexagon? Because when you go in and see, once you understand, you see that the 6-pointed star they got from the Jew. And then you go to the Jew and then you research him. You look at the foundation of what he's about, you see? And so again, when you're talking about how they worship on Saturday, how they venerate the goat, you see? And when you talk about Saturn, because they say, and keep this day holy. What day? Saturn's day. Saturn's day. You see? And so when you go to the planet of Saturn, you go to the planet of Saturn, let me get to, oh, you know what? Matter of fact, I'm actually here. Right here. You see on the north pole of Saturn, you see the hexagon. You see, which has 6 points. You see, and so when I showed you how to draw to make the cube out of the hexagon. This is a hexagon. You see, and like I said, you got 6 vertex. In plurals, vertices, vertex. You see, and so this the top left vertex, you draw a line to that you put a dot in the middle, and you find out what's the middle, and then you draw a line to the top left vertex. The top right one you skip, and then you go to the third vertex, and then you skip the fourth, and then you draw a line to the 5th vertex, and then it'll give you the cube. It'll give you the cube. You see what I'm saying? Now, when you got a hexagram, which is a 6-pointed star, the hexagon is going to be in the middle. Okay, let me show you. So you can get to the source of it. Here you go. So you see the hexagon is in the center of the 6-pointed star. So when you're looking over here, at the Freemason, you see it's in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so there's your cube. You go right there where the G is at. That's the center. Boom. And you go to the top left. Boom. Skip the top right vertex. Then you go to the third. You skip the fourth, and you draw the line to the 5th, and then that'll give you the cube in the middle of the hexagram. You see? So that's Saturn. That's the veneration. And so when you talk about the Jew, you see what I'm saying, and you see the tefillin. You see, which is the black cube that they put on their forehead. Okay? We chasing the Mason. We got him. We chasing him down to let him, that he is the GOAT. Wait a minute. Hold on. That it is the GOAT. And even in that, you see, they also got the black stone. You see, the Ashela stone in Freemason. You see, black. Many times it's black. I done seen it change color, but it's black. Here again, the Ashela stone, black, the black cube. So they too cubing. Yeah, they doing the cube thing. Yeah, they doing the cube thing. Tokyo Masonic Center. You see the black cube there. So they also doing the black cube. Okay, along with, now you see here, this is the occult Arabics. You see, this is the sigil of Solomon. Who supposedly what? Ain't he the Grand Master? Yeah. Yeah, Solomon. You feel me? And so you see right there, you see the hexagon. Well, this is, wait a minute, 1, 2, 4. No, this is an octagon. This is 8. This is 8. This is 8 right here. Because I see 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's an octagon. You see, that's an octagon. But, and so, but at the same time, it just lets you know that they got that one, and they got the hexagon. They got a few of them in there. They got a few of them in there, but that's supposed to be the sigil. And I might have got the wrong one because they had one in there with the hexagon for his ass too. You see what I'm saying? But if you see right here, this is the North Pole of Saturn. And you see the hexagon there, and then they got an eye on the other side. I had to show you that one at a different time. Now, just to show you, because the Pope wear the what they call that hat. Let me get that hat. What's the name of that hat? He said, how did they know about Saturn 2 or 3,000 years ago? You know what? Let me tell you this. Saturn was already the supreme deity, number one. And so they didn't necessarily, when we start talking about the stone, the cube, and this, that, and that, this is more of the modern, you know what I'm saying, expression of an ancient tradition. But they had already been worshiping Saturn back in Rome. You see what I'm saying? And so they've never stopped. And so, just like religions develop, you see, they continue to develop, even to this day. If you watch Christianity, it's developing. There's shit that's been added to Christianity to embellish it even to this day. You see what I'm saying? But the 6-pointed star still was very, and they met, and I asked myself that same question. But these are some of the, degrees that's been added much later. Just like when they went into Egypt. A lot of degrees in Freemasonry today have been updated. You see what I'm saying? It's not so. You got to understand that these traditions that you're seeing today are more modern, that's been added on top of things that they had already been practicing. You know what I'm saying? The Shabbat was always on Saturday. You see what I'm saying? And as they developed, and they was able to look and see Saturn with the telescope, and they added, those things much later. You know what I'm saying? So no, they didn't. I don't believe that they understood the hexagon that was on the North Pole, 3,000 years. But once they understood what it was, they began to embellish on that and add degrees and intertwine it into belief system that they all already had. And that's what all religions is doing. They're just like most of them planets up there, they didn't know, but you look at the zodiac and shit and so on, and that's much the same way. The zodiac is new. If the same thing you saying about is the same thing about the goddamn zodiac. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know what them planets look like. They know not today. You know what I'm saying? The what it looked like, and how far it may be from the earth, and this, that, and the third. But nevertheless, it's still, quite, old. You know what I'm saying? They had telescopes that could see the motherfucker at least, 100 years. You know what I'm saying? They didn't been able to look and see some things. They could see the rings most definitely. Now I don't know that when they were able to see the actual hexagon on the North Pole. I'm not sure, but I know that they were able to tell that the rings was there. You know what I'm saying? So they, that was one of the first things that that they began to embellish was that ring. You know what I'm saying? And then when the hexagon came, because when you think about it, they didn't get the hexagon until the hexagram until Rothschild. They didn't get no damn, that's Rothschild. So that's very recent. So it ain't, you know what I'm saying? And so that was in that time frame. You know what I'm saying? That was in that time frame. And another thing, when you look at, you know, the symbol of Saturn, one of the symbols is the sickle. And so that was the earlier one. And you're talking about Vulcan and the volcanoes, which is the hammer. He was the god of the forge. And so, you know, his symbol was the hammer. And so you see in communism, which was started by Karl Marx, you see they use those two symbols. And so, the hexagon is the latest of a lot of traditions that was already there. You know what I'm saying? So even when you look at the Pope's hat, you know, you got to believe that it ain't up there for no reason. There's a reason. When you look at Catholicism and shit, and even when you look in there, let me show you something, just so I can prove beyond any reasonable doubt. You know what I'm saying? Watch this shit. Watch this. Let me show you something. I like for somebody to throw the ball up and say, alley-oop that motherfucker. I'm going to tear the rim down. It's not a problem. Let me show you. Where is that? Okay. Which one did I have yesterday? That's not the one that I had. Boom, 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 boom. Let me see which one I had yesterday. Boom, boom. There you go. Right there. Right there. Let me show you. I'm going to show you right there in St. Peter's Basilica. And you wouldn't even know it if a motherfucker didn't tell you. You wouldn't even know it. You'd be like, damn, but once you get the information, okay, here it is. I'm going to show you. Wait, let me make sure I'm on it. Okay, right there. Okay, let me show you. Now, in St. Peter's Basilica, see right there, that's a statue that was created by Michelangelo. What you see right there, you see Moses. Moses with the horns. And many times, Moses, after he came off the mountain, he is shown with the horns. You see, which is an attribute of Pan. See, that's why when you see Pan to the right, you see him with the face of Saturn. Sometimes you see him with the face of Jupiter, because that's showing you that Jupiter and Pan is an aspect of Jupiter and Saturn. You see, he's an aspect of both of those gods. You see what I'm saying? And so he got this. So when you see Moses, and then now when you go and so when you go on the other side of St. Peter's, you got this statue. You see, which they're going to say St. Peter, but you clearly see the ring on the top of his head. You see? And so when you put them together, you understand what I'm saying? What do you got? You got Pan and Saturn. That's what you got. Ain't no goddamn doubt about it. You see? Ain't no goddamn doubt about it. And when you get off into the science of it, you know what I'm saying? It'll take you a second. You know, and I'm glad you asked that question, because I asked the question myself. I said, I know that them people ain't saw that. But this was something that was added to the other degrees, just like Freemasons added shit. When they went into Egypt, they updated their system. You know, they didn't have all them degrees that they, and a lot of them stances and shit and this, that, and when they went into Egypt and they saw a lot of the prostrations of the ancient Egyptians, and then they incorporated a lot of that into their system. You see? And so this was a later update. But the belief and the veneration of Saturn has never stopped since ancient Rome. He was their primordial deity and continue to be. And you know when you're in the Hellenistic realm, because you can go to any goddamn Capitol building in any state or any damn near all the known world, and it looked like a Roman Republican building. That's what it looked like. And when you look at all, even the eagle is the national symbol of Rome. And so America is Rome. You see, and when you think about they supposedly Christians, but yet and still they have never removed these pagan deities from the days of the week or the from the planets and shit and all of that. Just letting you know that they instill high veneration of those gods and goddesses. Okay. Now, even when you look at let me get back over here. Where is that at? Okay. So you see right here, Alliston. You see Alliston right there, the beast. You see, he was a 33rd. You know what I'm saying? They was the 33rd. He was a 33rd, and you see right there, he got on that his picture the symbol of the Baphomet. You see, he got the symbol of the Baphomet. Now, when you go to one that I believe I forget what the name. Let me see. Sovereign Grand Commander. You see, and he got the Baphomet on his. He got the Baphomet. Now, anytime you see Pan, you see Saturn. That's what I want you to understand. That Pan is an attribute of Saturn. Even when you go to the planet Saturn. The Saturn got 82 moons. The closest moon is Pan. You see? And that's why they always show you the picture, and they show you because they letting you know that Pan is Saturn and Saturn is Pan. You see? And so anytime you see Baphomet and so on and forth, they know what it is. Saturn is there. You see, and he's the when you're dealing with the occult, he is the supreme deity within the occult. I even seen where Aleister Crowley had the damn he had a right. Well, he doing all that satanic shit. Now I'm gonna just show y'all just so you can see right there. When you're talking about the communism, you see Vulcan. You understand what I'm saying? Volcanoes and shit. And you see right there, you see Moses is up on Mount Sinai. You see the light in which is symbolic of the horns. You see what I'm saying? That's why when they show it, with the horns on his head, then you come and you see right here him sitting on the mountain. You see the two 10 commandments, and he's sitting up there, but it's a volcano. You see, and so that's why when you look and you see old Leonard Nimoy, who was very in depth with the occult, because he did in search of. He knew what it was. You see, he knew that they also, that's a Jewish hand gesture. It's supposed to mean peace or whatever the fuck. You can even see him throwing up the rock back there. I mean, the diamond and shit. That Jay-Z, that's shit Jewish. Most motherfuckers say, oh, he throwing up the Freemasons. That shit Jewish. Y'all motherfuckers see, that's what I'm trying to show y'all. Motherfuckers keep talking about it. That shit is Jewish. The Freemasons got it from the Jews. You see what I'm saying? And so you see Vulcan, but what you got to understand when you look at Vulcan, you see that's gonna bring it home. Bring it home is the fact. Look at his ears. You see, he got the gold ears. You see, he got the gold ears. That's pain. Period. Ain't no getting around that. And so so you got Saturn because he's the reaper. You see, he's the reaper. He's the harvest. He's the god of harvest, agriculture. So you see him right there with the sickle. And so when the Jew Karl Marx founded communism, he added two symbols of the gods whom they worship in the cult, Vulcan and Saturn. We got to go to work today now. We got to go to work. We got to go to work now. We got to go to work. I backs my shit up. You can figure it out later, but I'm going to keep moving. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to keep moving. You see? And so you come down here and you're dealing with old General Albert Pike, who they consider the greatest goddamn Freemason of modern times. You see, who rewrote all the bylaws and shit of the Southern District and shit. You know what I'm saying? And he was the only motherfucking Confederate general to be given a goddamn statue in Washington, D.C., even though they didn't pull that motherfucker down. He buried right in that goddamn Scottish Rite Temple, right there in D.C. It's his motherfucking tomb. You see what I'm saying? In D.C. His fucking tomb. He inside the temple. You see? And he tell you right there, that which we say to the crowd is, we worship a God, but it is the God that won the doors without superstition. To you, sovereign grand inspector general, we say this, that you may repeat it to the brethren of the 32nd, 31st, and 30th degrees. The Masonic religion should be by all of us, initiate of the high degrees, maintained in the purity of the Luciferian doctrine. If Lucifer were not God, would adulate Jesus, communate, spread false and harmful statements about him? Yes, Lucifer is God. Straight out the mouth of the man who rewrote all that shit. So, I mean, so when you talk about, a lot of people say, you know, Lucifer is different than Satan because Lucifer is light and, you know, and so on and so forth. But what kind of goddamn light? See, that's they trying to trick you again. You see, that's just like when you talk about Illuminati, Illuminati, You see, ain't what kind of goddamn light? It's an ill light. You see what I'm saying? And so you got to know that. You see, you got to know that. Illuminate. You understand what I'm saying? Come in the form of a light, but wicked. You see? And so when you talk about Luciferianism, all of that shit is nothing but denominations of Saturnism. You see, now let me show you just to prove beyond the doubt. Now I got to show y'all this. I have to show y'all this. I got to show y'all this because I already showed you right there. They got the Baphomet on their motherfucking head. Period. Okay, which is pain, which I'm going to state again and again and again. And when I speak of Pan, I speak of Saturn. There's no way of getting around that. You see? And so when they talk about the goat ride, I had to put that shit there just so you know what I'm saying. Okay, then. Again, we're talking about a bestial nature. You see? You know, the bestial nature. That's pain. You know, riding the goat. But goddamn it, like I say, you know, it don't make no difference. Is the goat riding you or is you riding the goat? You see what I'm saying? Or is the goat riding you? You know what I'm saying? Let's tell the truth, motherfucker. You see? And so when it boiled down to it, the Freemasons are offshoots of the Talmud, Kabbalah. And once you know that, you go into the source of who the Jews believe in. We know it's Saturn, we know it's Vulcan, and we know that they affiliate Vulcan with Saturn, and that's why he got the goat ears. Period. Even when you're talking about Santa, you see, and the Santa got the elves. You see, and you understand that El is the god of the supposed Canaanite that is affiliated with Saturn. El, Moloch, Baal-Haman, because all of them had some child sacrifices and shit. This, that, and the third. And so once you know that El, and you see elf, and even when you look at Santa's elves, you see what? The goat ear. Look at it. I got it in there. It's the goat ear, so they know what it is. And you need to know what it is. You need to know what it is. You feel me? So I you know, like I say, you know, a lot of people, you know, and a lot of the Masons don't know that. They don't know. They don't know. You see? They don't know. They just know that little shit in them little books and shit. And they think because they hide it, that's significant. You ain't hiding nothing a nigga need to know. You know? You ain't hiding nothing a nigga need to know. You can keep that shit. It don't mean a damn thing. And the fact that you hide it and keep your mouth quiet. You understand what I'm saying? But in reality, you want to holler out, ah, please tell me the truth. Most of them niggas ready to holler. They tired of keeping their mouth closed on that bullshit. They know they ain't got nothing. Them motherfuckers be listening to. They be listening to. They just like, they moving away from that shit. They know it's greater sources of knowledge than that. And I hope they do. Move away from that. You are the real Mason, black man. You the one built the pyramids. You are operative Mason. You are a spiritual Mason. You understand? An academic Mason. You're all of that. You can't go through the back door of the Cro-Magnon Neanderthal thinking you're going to achieve something. You got to throw that shit in the garbage, family. And you got to start all over. You see, you got to start all over. And so, family, I want to appreciate y'all for being here tonight. I'm not going to hold you late. I just wanted to put something on your mind. You see what I'm saying? And I just want to put something on your mind and thank family for throwing that alley-oop. That was something that I thought of, just the other day, as I was studying, and I'm glad you brought that out. And that's what I need for family to bring out, certain information. And that's what I expect, because it ain't nothing but an alley-oop. As soon as you throw that motherfucker up, I'm going to tear the backboard down. All right, family, thank you for being here today. This is the General. Make sure you check me out, KingSeti.com, GeneralSeti.com, Patreon, General Seti. Ain't got nothing but the fire. Ain't got nothing but the truth. This is the General saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.